The original Sonic Colors was an impressive game from a technical standpoint. It pushed the limits of the Wii, the weakest console of its generation, to give an experience similar to what the HD consoles provided to Sonic Unleashed that the Wii sadly missed out on. It wasn't as good, but the fact that it got as close as it did was impressive. Fast forward 11 years and 2 console generations, and Sonic Colors Ultimate has none of that. Without the hardware limitations of the Wii, Sonic Colors is underwhelming at best. I know I talk about Sonic Unleashed a lot, and trust me, I don't want to keep bringing it up when I'm talking about this game, but I have to. Sonic Unleashed had practically perfected modern Sonic gameplay, with not only insane speeds, but also a constant flow of action. You were always moving, and the steady supply of rings everywhere ensured that you always had at least some boost. If you had the levels memorized, you never had to stop or give up momentum, and even at its slowest moments, the game always made you feel like you were in control. Sonic Colors does not do this. While it was able to implement a similar boost mechanic, it limits not only how much of it you can get, but even where you can use it. Which brings me to my first problem with Sonic Colors Ultimate, the lack of controls. While Sonic Colors was designed to play with a Wii Remote and Nunchuck, which only had 4 primary buttons and a single joystick, other controllers have much more. Yet Sonic Colors Ultimate still only uses 4 buttons and a single joystick. While you are allowed to reassign buttons however you want, you cannot split the boost and drift buttons apart, and you cannot assign the quick step to a button. Sonic Generations nailed the controls, but this game still tried to intentionally mimic the limited control scheme of the Wii. Because of this, you can only drift when the game allows you to, at which point you can no longer boost, and you can only quick step when the game allows you to. Sure, there's only a select few places where you'd even want to, but the same can be said for Unleashed and Generations, and those games still give you the option to do so, and without taking away your ability to do something else. The levels are also incredibly short, some to an absurd degree, and they didn't have to be. It's clear at times that many of these were designed to be the same level, as you can see the level continues on after the goal ring, and some levels start off with a running start only to immediately kill your momentum. It's clear from this and the game's short runtime that the game only has about 12 full levels worth of content, but they intentionally spread it out to make it seem like there's 45 levels. Speaking of, it's time to move on to the biggest problem I have with Sonic Colors, both the original and Ultimate, the slow-paced gameplay. Sure, there are some glorious moments in the game where you're allowed to just boost all the way through, but they're never more than a few seconds, and usually the only challenge they present is timing your quick steps. The rest of the game is either very fast gameplay where you have almost no control, or very slow gameplay where you have very little control, and occasionally parts where you actually just have to wait for something to allow you to progress. And of course, there's platforming in Unleashed and Generations, just as there is in all mainline Sonic games, but it's usually limited to the slower paths, and even then, actively waiting for something is not what people want from a Sonic game. In Colors, the fastest path in the game will still require you to stop and wait for things, whether it be waiting for slow-moving platforms, waiting for your path to open up, or just waiting for your Wisp to activate, and in some cases, waiting for it to run out once you no longer need it. The entire inspiration for the Sonic series was Yuji Naka's love of speedrunning World 1-1 in the original Super Mario Bros. This is the entire point, and it's why Sonic is fast. If you memorize a level, you should be able to run through it at full speed. Sonic is designed with the philosophy of making speedrunning more accessible. This is why Sonic uses rings instead of hit points, so that new players can make mistakes and all they lose is their momentum. If you try and go full speed in a Mario or Crash Bandicoot game without knowing what's in front of you, you'll die very quickly. This is exactly the reason why I love Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations so much, because these games take this philosophy to its absolute peak, making games that, while difficult to master, give you an intense feeling of satisfaction for doing so. It feels good to blast through swarms of enemies and dodge obstacles at blinding speeds. It feels good to keep up these speeds in spite of everything trying to stop you from doing so, and it feels great to effortlessly conquer a level that you had previously struggled with your first time through. Sonic Colors tries to give you this feeling, but I don't feel satisfied when I beat a level I struggled on. I only feel relief that I don't have to play it anymore. This is not the same thing. I don't have a desire to go back and try and get a better time. Which brings me to my next point, the Metal Sonic races, aka Rival Rush. After you collect enough red rings in a zone, you can unlock a race against Metal Sonic on one of the levels. Winning this race gives you some music, a bunch of park tokens for customization, and if you beat them all, you get access to special dark items in the shop. I was kind of excited when I heard about this, because Metal Sonic races, while definitely being just another symptom of Sonic Team trying to pander to nostalgia, are inherently exciting. Now there's a hard time limit to complete the level, encouraging skilled play. Sounds good, right? Well, not here, because the levels aren't really designed around speedrunning. You have to deal with the awkward platforming of the game and a time limit, and these races don't always show up on the stage best suited for the race anyway. Thankfully, Metal Sonic doesn't cheat and just fly through the levels like they certainly could have made him. See him here just patiently waiting for his opportunity to platform? Look, he even crouches while he waits. Even Metal Sonic is bored. Also, in spite of the Rise of the Wisps animated short, Metal Sonic doesn't actually use wisps during the races, so that's another mercy the developers have given us. But that's all the nice things I can say about Rival Rush. Which is unfortunate, because all I've said is that it could have been worse. And all of this just so you can get some customization items. Which brings me to my last, but certainly least, problem with the game, the customization. It's neat. I wish there was a lot more to it. Just some simple recolors, some more simple than others. I feel like seeing some actual outfits along the lines of Sonic Rivals or Sonic Adventure 2 would have been nice. Also, the only way to preview these customization items is on a model of Sonic that never stops running. Some of these designs are too intricate to get a good look at with Sonic constantly swinging his arms and legs around. Why can't he just hold still? I just want to look at these things! Look, they had an opportunity to take a game a lot of people liked and make it even better, but they really didn't seem interested in improving it. It's still the same slow-paced game with the same frustrating gimmicks, not to mention the same terrible story and even the standard definition cutscenes, which just look terrible on an HD or even 4K TV. All of the new features are neat, but too bare bones to really make an impact. I've seen so many people say this was a good game to get a remake because it was stuck on the Wii, but that's where it belongs, and unless they were going to modernize it, it should have stayed there. If you love the original Sonic colors, by all means, pick this one up, but as far as Sonic games go, this one was really held back by the limitations of a 15-year-old console that was considered weak even at the time. I can't recommend this game in 2021 on today's consoles. Please, Sega, just give us a Sonic Unleashed remaster instead, or at least a PC port. That's a game that can really benefit from advancements in modern hardware.